In this episode of Filmstock Reviews, I'm reviewing episode 6 of She-Hulk titled Just Jen. So basically in the beginning of this episode, we see Jen break the fourth wall once again, and she basically says, this is the mid-season wedding episode, and that's exactly what this is. Jen gets invited to her high school friend Lulu's wedding. And we don't know what the wedding is, but Jen is excited to go, and she takes her dress with her. She shows up in a amazing dress, and the CGI is really done well in this episode. There are moments where it's still a little iffy and off. Now, while that's happening, we have back at the office Mallory and Jen's best friend working a case with Mr. Immortal. Now, the character of Mr. Immortal basically is a man who fakes his own death in order to get out of relationships, and he does so, and he shows that he jumps out of a window and from the high-rise building that they're in the office, and he has no scratch on him. And then it's a comedic timing and bit with him, and it's really funny to see. While at the wedding, Jen meets up with a guy named Josh, who is a little leery. I don't think he says who he is. You don't just introduce a character or throw a mid-season character in there, not to be a villain for that matter. And Titania is at this wedding as well. Of course, why is Titania there? Well, she wants to fight She-Hulk, and she does so. They fight in a small little fight at the end. She-Hulk gets the upper hand because Titania falls and breaks her veneers, and she leaves out of embarrassment. And we find that her friend Lulu is marrying and getting married to a dog. Yeah, it's kind of weird and interesting. And Jen was just there to do certain duties around and help, other. And Lulu didn't want Jen there, but Jen was just there to support her friend. But Lulu was just using Jen. And then we find out that Nikki and Mallory find this website, Intelligenic or something like that, where it's like a Reddit forum, and it says how to stop or how to kill She-Hulk. And then we find like that little needle that was used in that alleyway fight trying to pierce the skin of She-Hulk, and then we find that someone else is using a bigger needle to get the DNA from her. There is a scene where Jen is sitting at a table and she calls Bruce and says, hey, where are you? What's that? This is the 6th episode, and evidently Daredevil is coming in this season. Is it 7, 8, or 9? When does Hulk come back? What's going to happen? I feel like it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with this season ending, and if there will be a second season. CGI is still a little iffy, but the story kind of is getting better, and I actually enjoyed this episode because it was really funny. Very often that I found this so-called show funny at times. Episode 1 was good. Episode 3 was even better with the People versus Emma Blonsky. Are we going to see Abomination back? And I did like this Just Jen wedding episode, and it was really fun. I do like how she breaks the fourth wall, and Tatiana Maslany is great in this role. I absolutely love her. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about episode 6 of She-Hulk titled Just Jen. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the storyline aspect? Did you find some parts funny? What parts didn't you find funny? And what do you think is going to happen in the rest of this season? Let me know in the comment section below about all of the questions I just asked. And I'll see you all in the next review video. And be sure you tune in next week for my episode 7 review of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law.